Oh shit, here we go again.
Hi, it's Zebon1975 and welcome to Elite Dangerous on the Xbox, and today we've got a salt warning from now throughout the video. There's so much salt in this one. Now, in my time in playing Elite Dangerous, I've met many special characters, many people that I've crossed swords with. Only 3 to this point have made a lasting impression and made me declare them as like an enemy. One was the leader of SOI, but he's long since faded from the game. And his only real beef with me was the fact that at the time I was a passive-aggressive trader, and he was a combat logger, and I wouldn't get in a ship to fight him because I would just basically say, well, you're a combat logger, what's the point in me buying and fully engineering a Corvette, getting good with it, just so I can fight a guy that's going to log if I start beating him? It seemed pointless. You know, fighting a combat logger always does seem pointless. Now, the next person that became a special enemy of mine was the leader of IED. Now, many members of IED think they're an enemy of mine, but only one person stands out, because why deal with the monkeys when you can talk directly to the organ grinder? Mr. Pinocchio at War himself. Now, he was escalated to the point of special enemy when he became Pinocchio at War. He became Pinocchio at War because instead of like discussing things or, you know, hammering out our differences in a polite and civil manner, he decided to make up a load of things. As Dana will tell you,
he is a lying, two-faced, hypocritical sack of shit.
Thanks, Dana. I mean, you can normally tell the type, the other sort that goes, I'm big on respect, and what that normally means is they're big on you giving them respect, but they're not going to give you any respect whatsoever. Anyone who says that in life, just be warned. It's usually a bad sign. It's usually a red flag. Anyone who says, I'm big on respect, that just means they're big on you respecting them. They have absolutely zero time or respect for you. Also, I presented loads of videos with evidence. Paul of War just made a statement calling me a liar with no evidence. Also, Primo Crimes Heelys, there's video evidence all of them. There's statements from all of them. Also, bullying, they constantly threaten the DMPS BGS for years, and I was talking about in-game bullying at that time. Though, to be fair, I mean, doxing and death threats also, so, you know, if he wants to go down the route that they don't bully people, maybe don't have members that dox people and send death threats, that's probably a good idea. And then going around telling everyone, and I will always quote him, this is the quote that got sent to me, Obor and Star are two of the most toxic people in the game. They are responsible for all the ill will towards IED. They are some of the most toxic commanders. And I've got to say, that has been a joy. When you get to the point where somebody is spreading lies about you being toxic, you've won. You have absolutely and utterly won. When someone is going around telling everyone that you're toxic with no evidence to back it up, it just opens the door to memes, and I've been the most toxic person on this game for a while. The Dark Marauders have had great fun with that. I couldn't find it this morning when I was looking through my clips to add into this video, but Al did the that meme which I loved, and he did the faction specific cargo, the rare good, oddball toxins, which if they ever put in the game I will laugh my butt off. Such a genius idea, corrosive toxins, courtesy of me. We make all the jokes about my corrosive resistant cockpit. There's always a joke whenever I join party. You can guarantee it. It's been an ongoing gag with not just our squadron, but everyone who knows me in game. The fact Mr. War reached out to loads of people I know. This was Scooby's latest one. I love this one. But he even reached out to people I used to play with in XO, people I used to play with on this game, and tried to tell them that I was this toxic, hateful person. And it's like, what evidence have you got for this? Because we know him. He's always been quite reasonable. What do you want about? So, Paul of War's always held a special place for me. There are other members of IED that think they do, but honestly they don't. The only person in IED I've ever, like I say, you always go for the organ grinder. Always go for the boss. It's the way you should always deal with in life. Never be sidetracked by a functionary or someone of not importance. The last person was a wonderful case, a case study I did a couple of videos about. and that was a commander called Drugs Bunny, leader of ESR, who had a war with us, but he got shown up to be a bit of a liar and caught out badly.
Your account. This is Xbox Microsoft policy. Frontier can do anything about it. Maybe on PC,
Marco, mate.
not on Xbox.
Marco, you need diplomas in law like what I have because you are so confused, mate. You're so confused. You don't know rights or anything at all, mate. I don't mean to be rude, mate. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't have a clue.
As I've said, that is the danger with lying. You will eventually get caught out because you'll either expose yourself as a liar or somebody will expose you as a liar by eventually telling the truth. That's the problem with lying. You have to have a very long memory. I couldn't use the original video because I don't know who made it, but I made my own variant of their video, and it was the funniest thing to see on Discord when that got clapped back. And now I'm adding a new member to this very short list of people that have earned my anonymity and really, hold a special place in my heart. 3 of them have said I'm toxic, and this one says a lot more. It is, of course, Commander Your Eminence, who makes a lot of claims about me. The Blockmaster himself, the Blockmaster General. And, yeah. Do you have a squadron? So, we're going to take a pause to take a quick look at what you guys sponsor. With your guys' views, you help out Big Red Rooster Cockerel Rescue, helping out cocks of all sizes, all shapes, and for the love of the cock, keep watching so we can raise money for this lovely little animal rescue and save birds like my little co-pilot here. The Blockmaster General at work. All I said was hi, all Maiden 314 said was sup. Banned, blocked. He's a glorious character, a colourful and interesting character is Your Eminence. I've done so many videos about him, it's very clear. I have a great love for this guy's brand of whatever it is. He has made an awful lot of claims about me and about the Dark Marauders. I did a video recently where I went into him lying about us. The funny thing is the double standards. He claims to be the leader of a pirate squadron. I remember Orc asked him once how many players he'd pirated. The answer was none. And I'd love to see him do a bit of PvE piracy, because I've never seen him do that either. But they're apparently a merry band of pirates. Doesn't make any sense. Then they claim to be a good guy squadron. So make your mind up. You want to be one thing or the other. It doesn't make any sense. What you're watching in the background, by the way, is us as pirates bullying a cutter that came back for revenge. We tried to pirate this guy in his Anaconda, come back in his cutter looking for a fight. I was in my crate, which is my heavy to pick on bigs, and this is perfect. Because when I'm trying to hit things with plasmacs, it helps if they're bigger than a football pitch. I will be honest, I suck royally with plasmacs, as everyone knows. So the bigger the target, the better. Let's be fair. Now, Your Eminence has been consistently one of the funniest people in the game. Now, many people have pointed out to him that he should just get out there and play the game. That, maybe if you've experienced the game more, maybe if he did actually more BGS, actually got an in-game faction in the game to go along with his big talk about BGS, or maybe if he just played and enjoyed the game, got some engineering unlocked and enjoyed having fun PvP with people, people wouldn't see him as such a joke. People wouldn't see him as this pad-warming weirdo that just, recruits people while on live stream. I'll stream for 4 or 5 hours from a landing pad just talking to people about joining his squadron. Now, notably, it has worked. He's noob scooped a lot of people. He consistently posts on the Xbox looking for posts, searching for new members. But they have absolutely zero criteria, as we know from the fact that so many people have second accounts in Lyra. I mean, hilarious amount of people have second accounts in Lyra. When you're fighting a Lyra guy now, it takes like 2 or 3 passes before you work out whose second account it is. But he recently came after 7th Legion, and he was rude, belligerent, sweary, ranty, and horrible. Like, here we go. Like, all Frodo says is, yo, what, why? And he's swearing at him, calling him a shit faction, getting abusive. What? Over? It's literally like, Rob did kill him, but that was really funny, and Rob killed him in an Orca when he was in an FDL, but as we know, his FDL was not strong. And he continues, just abusive, swearing, ranting at Frodo. Remember that for later, because it's a wonderful double standard. But yeah, he's recently gone after 7th Legion, making claims about them. He's still consistently making claims about Dark Marauders. He really doesn't like us, and I don't know why, because we don't really interact with him very much. You know, he moaned about the bounties, but that was Primordial Dragons, not us. They put the money up. We just collected the money from the bounties. You know, he does get caught out by a lot of people, embarrassingly so. Ages ago, I showed a video where Pirate Orc got the best of him by infiltrating his squadron for months and then just revealing himself and making a laugh. But, you know, when somebody makes this many miscalculations, it's easy for the people to catch them out. Here's old Art Blayborn taking the mick out of him on his own Discord. And of course, he will ban and block these people because that's what he does. That's how he responds to any criticism or anyone taking the mick out of him. He just blocks, bans, and then moves on. It's hilarious. I recently found one of his Discords I wasn't banned from because I wanted to send him a message. I sent him a message, but obviously, you know, I had a look around beforehand, and some of the stuff that was on there was just worrying and a bit weird, just a little bit strange. And I've got to say, he is someone who I feel just needs some friends in the game, someone to guide them. Maybe he needs to get on Anara and create a page and create the squadron page, get their own in-game faction, and actually settle down and start playing the game properly. Because, you know, he is very much a keyboard warrior, and with him blocking everyone, it ends up looking like he's had rants with himself because he kicks out the other person. So I end up getting screenshots like this, which is just a weird guy ranting at himself in a crazy way. You know, he's always moaning about my videos. He's got a weird fixation with me in particular and Pirate Orc in particular. I don't know why. Considering my only interaction with him was he said hi, I said hi, and he blocked me. And that was on his live stream. You know, Trevor block. So I don't know how I could have done so much to offend him, considering he blocked me for harassment for saying the word hi. Since then I've made lots of videos. He has claimed I've lied about him, he's called me a Nazi propagandist, etc. But I just report on what he says, because there isn't, you know, I don't need to do anything else and show you what he's saying, because what he's saying is interesting enough. Now, he goes on here to say racism is real, and I believe him in that. I agree with him 100% racism is real. You know, he, for example, has called me a member of the Ku Klux Klan. I'm a person of mixed race. Does he not realise how offensive it is to call someone who's mixed race a member of the Ku Klux Klan? He's not only assumed my race, he's placed me in the worst bracket of that race, and I'd like to point out to him, the Ku Klux Klan wouldn't have me. They'd have slight disagreement with my heritage. Does he not understand that? That is ignorance and racism personified. So he exemplifies what he's complaining about. But I agree with him, racism is wrong and it should be countered. You know, there's no need to be ignorant. As to his constant claims that we, well, Star in particular, disconnected him from the internet, he says he has an unedited live stream of this, not realising the fallacy that he live streamed it, so therefore, how could we have knocked him off the internet? His internet was working. The game wigged out because he blocked someone who was in his wing. The game didn't like it, and every time he tried to restart the game, it wouldn't work. He just needed to reset the game. Once he did, it worked fine. That is not his internet going out. That's just the game. We tried to explain that to him, but you know, he still thinks we DDoSed him, somehow miraculously leaving his internet working, but DDoSed one particular program on his Xbox. Insane, I know, but that's what he claims. You know, and Jordo Man recently brought this to his attention. He got very upset, and he said that we fabricate clogging in his faction. Now that's interesting, because he has no entry requirements. So he noob scoops and has absolutely no entry requirements. We in the Dark Marauders, we have our entry requirements is we just don't cheat. If you've logged or ever logged for any reason, you're not allowed in the Dark Marauders. That's been our rule, and Pirate Orc enforces that, sometimes more harshly than I would like. A lot of the time more harshly than I would like, and it's lent that a lot of really good commanders and nice fun guys that would be ace to play with have not been able to join the Dark Marauders over the years. But that's his rule. Pirate Orc runs the Dark Marauders, and he has that policy in place. We have in our rules, no exploiting, no cheating. We don't use premium ammo. We have a good standing in the community for our use of fair play. We will quite often offer people a 1v1, multiple 1v1s, rather than just all bundling them. That we do offer fair play. When you're looking at his squadron, Lyra, Your Eminence has no entry requirements. Also, he's advocated logging in the past. So if you have no entry requirements, you're not going to be able to guarantee none of your commanders have logged. You don't personally know your commanders. We know this from talking to them. When we were killing them, half of them didn't know the reason why they were dying, or even know Your Eminence. Half of them weren't even on the Discord where he rants about things. They were just like, why are you killing me, man? But Panda did pay for a carrier in Lyra kills, so it was well worth it. I mean, Panda sponsored his fleet carrier purely from killing Lyra members. And Your Eminence has claimed that he's going to disband the Dark Marauders, and all he's done is fund more fleet carriers for us. I mean, considering his squadrons are filled full of unengineered noobs who have no clue what they're doing, he hasn't even gotten a Nara page or an in-game faction. He talks a big game. Apparently, he plays every game on the hardest difficulty. Oh, dude, your Scandal Lance was the laughing stock. Your faction is not super hard. They are not. We've killed so many of them, we lost count. I have no idea. I think Papa Prometheus still owes Orc 3 billion from the bounties from long ago. It's, I'm sorry, but no. There is no risk factor there. None whatsoever. Your squadron are, at best, a joke. At worst, and never has been. I do feel sorry for newbies that have been sucked in by this guy, because they could be in good squadrons like New Pilots Initiative, actually learning skills that would help them enjoy and expand and grow in the game. Instead they're following someone who hasn't even unlocked his engineers on Xbox, let alone engineered a ship. I mean, he's died to an Orca and a Beluga on live stream, what can you say? And he seems to not like me. He keeps on about shutting down my YouTube channel, or shutting down the garbage YouTubes, which I see he's talking about me. Then he goes on about calling 7th Legion doxers now. Absolutely insane. And then anyone who's doing sinister laughing to himself, because again he's blocked the person he was having a conversation with, and you can only see his side of it. Just how many people is he going to block? Is his Discord just for him? It seems absolutely insane. And he's always trash talking, swearing, being abusive, and that comes to my favourite point of this entire video. He is the person that writes this when he puts a looking for post. No trash talking, no swearing. From the biggest keyboard warrior on the game. I know what I'm going to get him for Christmas. I really do. But he's earned his place onto my list with all the lies he's been spreading, the claims that I've DDoSed him, doxed him, that I'm a Nazi and a member of the Ku Klux Klan, has earned him a spot on a very select list of people. People I enjoy messing with in this game, and I will continue to make videos about him because it's funny. That's all. Thank you very much for watching.